Okay, this is the third section of probability. Today we'll be focusing on tree diagrams. Um, so the learning aim. So hopefully by the end of this video, you would have achieved the following: learning how to draw a tree diagram, and then after you draw the tree diagram, you're able to use that information to find the probability of such events. Okay, so let's get to it. A tree diagram, um, you typically use it to list outcomes of experiments that involves two or more steps. Okay, so it's very similar to your two-step experiment, but you can pretty much keep drawing the tree diagram. So you could have a third step as well. Now, whether you're doing that, I don't believe so. We're just sticking with two for now. Make sure you draw this tree diagram in like that I've got below. This is just an example, okay? This is an example. It's like, so what you're going to do is, oh, why don't I write this in blue here? This should be your starting point. So you always have a starting point. It's always on the far left side, and then you sort of just like branch out as you go, okay? So this is an example of flipping a coin. So when you flip a coin, you're going to list all the outcomes. What are they? They're just heads and tails, yeah? So you're just going to draw two branches out, and then on one end of the branch, you're going to write the letter H, and then on the second one, you're going to write the letter T, okay? Now, this is the first this is the first step. Oh, I should probably use a different color. What color should I use? Let's use dark green. So this here is your um, first step. And now, after you record your first coin flip, you're going to flip the coin again and be like, all right, what could I also get as well? Now, obviously, it's a coin, it's simple. You're just going to get heads or tails again. So you're going to branch them out respectively to each point. And then what you're going to do is list all the outcomes afterwards. Okay. So all this means is if you have a look on the right hand side here, which I've just circled in green for now, just going to get rid of that. I'm just going to record what I could potentially get if I were to flip coin twice. I could either have it land on heads twice. I could have it land heads on the first coin flip, but tails on the second one. I could either have it flip tails the first time and then heads the second time, or I could just flip tails twice. Okay. So that's what you're going to do. Now, this is just an example here. I know like they've done it weirdly, but it says here three fair coins are flipped. I've just drawn like a mini tree diagram to represent what I want. Okay. So part A just says list the sample space. As you can see, I've listed everything. So I can flip it three heads in a row. I can flip two heads at the start, tails at the end, heads, tails, heads. I can either flip a heads and then two tails following after. I can flip a tail first, followed by two heads. I can do tails, heads, tails. I could do two tails at the start and then a heads. And then you also have three tails in a row. You're basically just following the lines respectively to their position. I think when I'm in class, there'll be a better visual to it and you can see it better. All right. Part B says how many possible outcomes are there? You're just going to count how many outcomes there are. There's eight of them, so you just answer eight. Now, find the probability that the first coin is heads and the next two are tails. Okay, so let's just go back to our list of outcomes. We need heads at the start and then two tails following after it. Okay, how many of how many outcomes do I see that satisfy those conditions? It's just the one, yeah. It's pretty much, where is it? Heads and then two tails. It's this one right here where I've just marked for now. Okay, So when I've marked that, I can just be like, hey, there's any one of them. I'm just going to put it over the total amount of outcomes there are, 1 over 8. And as you can see, I wrote it in the funny bracket as well, where it's probability bracket HTT. That's all you need to write. You don't need to write the whole sentence. Just some brief description is enough to sort of answer, to sort of satisfy what the question's asking. And then you write it as your fraction, okay? Part D says find the probability that exactly, hold on, that exactly two of the coins show heads. So exactly two heads, okay? You're just going to go back to your list that you have. You are now going to count how many outcomes there are where it's just two heads only. So I'll just go based off my list here. I can see this one right here. So those three are the only outcomes that I have that satisfy the exactly two heads condition right there. So because we counted three earlier, we can just now write it as 3 out of 8. Okay. Now, obviously, you're going to try and work through this. Okay. Obviously, I don't have much room here, so it's a bit hard. Um, but yeah, if you just show me, or like if you're in class and just show me, then I can pretty much confirm the answers for you. Okay. Now, after you're done with this, you can just work on the questions of chapter 8i. You're just to answer questions 107 or 127. And then, like, let's just summarize this whole chapter here. Just be like, hey, did we satisfy our learning aim here? So we learned how to draw a tree diagram. So that's a check off. And then after that, we've also satisfied us using the tree diagram to find probabilities of such events. So that's tree diagrams summarized in a nutshell. Okay. If you need any help, please let me know so I can like help you out. Okay. Take care.